The playoffs of The Voice Season 27, which were broadcast in November 2025, had a moment of utter vocal genius when BD.ii took the stage with a magnificent performance of the R&B classic, All My Life by KC and JoJo, which was released in 1997. BD.ii's performance, which was a masterclass in emotional delivery and vocal purity, transformed the well-known ballad into a timeless serenade that left the audience in coaches, including Michael Bublé, Adam Levine, John Legend, and Kelsey Ballerini, in amazement. BD.ii was representing Team John Legend. Not only did BD.ii secure their place in the live shows by using a basic approach that let their voice to shine through, but they also produced a cultural moment that resonated well beyond the stage. The following is an explanation of how the playoff performance of BD.ii became the highlight of Season 27. The road back to the playoffs for BD.ii. The vocalist BD.ii, who is 27 years old and hails from Atlanta, Georgia, immediately made a name for themselves in Season 27 from the very first note they played. Their blind audition, which consisted of a heartfelt rendition of a pop ballad with gospel influences, drew chair turns from all four coaches, with John Legend finally winning their allegiance during the competition. The moniker BD.ii, which is an abbreviation for Be Divine, Inspired Individual, highlighted the band's desire to inspire others via music. This was a trait that was evident in both their knockout rounds and their fight rounds. BD.ii became a fan favorite due to his voice, which combined the warmth of R&B, the strength of gospel, and the polish of pop. He was also recognized for performances that seemed like intimate chats. The decision to play All My Life during the playoffs was a daring one, but it was also appropriate. This love ballad, which was a cornerstone of R&B in the 1990s and was performed by KC and JoJo, requires both technical mastery and emotional depth from its listeners. In the case of BD.ii, it was intimate. It was during a pre-show interview that they revealed, "When I was a kid, this song was playing over and over in my house. The song is about love that seems to last forever, and I wanted to sing it for my girlfriend and my family," she said. The band BD.ii, which was led by Legend, had the intention of paying tribute to the original while also imbuing it with their own distinctive artistic style. This was done in order to prepare for a performance that would reimagine the song for a new generation, creating a masterpiece of soulful crafting. The goal that BD.ii had in mind for the song All My Life was to allow the song's emotional core to take the spotlight, being supported by an arrangement that was sophisticated yet subtle. Through a collaborative effort with Legend and the musical staff of the show, they developed a rendition that successfully combined the smooth R&B atmosphere of the original with a contemporary, almost orchestral intimacy. The song began with a gentle piano melody, which was followed by soft strings and a subtle bass pulse. The instrumentation was purposefully kept to a minimum. A statement made by BD.ii stated, "We wanted the voice to carry the story. There are no diversions, only the facts." This straightforwardness was complemented by the stage design. BD.ii gave a performance in front of a warm spotlight, using a backdrop of cascading gold and amber lights that conjured up images of a night sky filled with stars. Their attire, which consisted of a flowing ivory costume with modest silver embellishments, expressed both elegance and vulnerability, ensuring that audience attention was maintained on their voice. There was no dancing or fancy staging, only BD.ii's expressive gestures and a microphone, which allowed the lyrics to reverberate deeply. This is in contrast to more flashy presentations. The vocal approach that BD.ii took comprised the core of the performance. They delivered the verses with a sensitive, almost whispered sound that pulled listeners in and treated the song as if it were a love letter. The chorus, which included the lyrics, "All my life, I've prayed for someone like you," was where their voice flourished, resulting in the layering of rich harmonies that paid homage to the soulful manner of KC and JoJo while also demonstrating their own dynamic range. In a soaring, spontaneous run that seemed like a spiritual release, BD.ii's gospel roots shone through on the bridge, which became the emotional apex. The bridge, with its passionate confession of appreciation, became the emotional pinnacle. The performance in the playoffs. On November 18, 2025, BD.ii was the one who was in charge of the stage at The Voice. As the first chords of the piano resonated across the studio, the crowd fell silent, enthralled by the closeness of the immediate situation. The first line of BD.ii's song, which read, "I will never find another lover/sweeter than you," was sung with such sincerity that it gave the impression of a personalized confession. Their voice, which was smooth and velvety, encircled the tune, drawing the audience into the story of the song, which was about love that can last forever. It was a revelation to hear the chorus. The easy lifting of BD.ii's voice filled the space with a graceful and powerful combination of power and grace. As the phone lights twinkled like stars, the audience swayed, with some of them showing obvious signs of emotion. The bridge was a defining moment since it was there when BD.ii slowed down the speed and sang with an unfiltered sense of vulnerability. During the line, "I thank God that I finally found you," they made a conscious decision to slightly crack their voice. This choice was intended to convey authenticity and brought tears to the eyes of the audience. BD.ii unleashed a cascading vocal run that ascended into a crystalline high note during the final chorus, which prompted an immediate standing ovation. The chorus was transcendent. The brilliance of the performance was found in its lack of excess. BD.ii did not rely on vocal pyrotechnics or stage theatrics. Rather, they relied on the simplicity of the music and their ability to transmit the emotion that it evoked. The studio exploded in ovation as the final piano chord faded, and remarks from fans rushed in, calling it a vocal hug and the most beautiful thing I've heard all season. Fans took to social media to express their appreciation for the performance. The responses of the athletes. The coaches were shown to be noticeably moved. The words BD.ii, "You sang with such heart and soul," were spoken by John Legend, who was beaming with great pride. That song is a present to each and every person in this room. The emotional connection between them was complemented by Michael Bublé, who said, "You didn't just sing. You made us feel every other word." That's not very common. Adam Levine, who is well known for his insightful criticism, referred to it as flawless, adding, "You took a classic and made it timeless." Oh, I am in wonder. The newest coach of the season, Kelsey Ballerini, was overcome with emotion as she said, "That was so genuine and so genuine. You have a talent for telling stories, and I am your biggest admirer at the moment." The unequivocal praise that BD.ii received from the coaches underlined the band's ability to transcend genre and touch hearts all over the world, unveiling a cultural and individual victory. BD.ii's performance of "All My Life" was heard well beyond the confines of the Voice stage. The performance resulted in a 180% increase in the number of streaming of the original song by KC and JoJo, while the studio version by BD.ii made its debut in the top 15 on iTunes. Fans uploaded videos of the bridge's high note and hashtags such as BD All My Life persisted for several days after they were distributed. According to music bloggers, BD.ii is the voice of a generation, and they have been praised for their ability to combine the sentimentality of the 1990s with the emotional rawness of the 2025. BD.ii's performance was a dedication to their family and spouse, who were the source of inspiration for the performance's profundity. Behind the scenes, they claimed, "I sang for the people who have helped me get through tough times." In addition, they utilized the occasion to advocate for mental health by describing the ways in which music assisted them in navigating personal issues. As a result of this sincerity, their connection with their followers was strengthened, and numerous messages of love and support were posted on social media. The ascending of a star. Within the context of The Voice Season 27, the song, "All My Life," performed by BD.ii, was a pivotal moment because it demonstrated their outstanding vocal purity and emotional honesty. BD.ii shown that they are not only a contender, but also a rising star by having mentors such as Michael Bublé, Adam Levine, John Legend, and Kelsey Ballerini on their side. Their performance in the playoffs continues to be a demonstration of the strength of love, simplicity, and a voice that has the ability to move mountains, because the live events are drawing near. In a season filled with exceptional talent, BD.ii's serenade served as a reminder to all of us that sometimes the most unadulterated notes get the most attention.